Hey guys and girls, wrap it up here. We are back with another video, and today we are back with another tier list. Now, I just recently beat Dark Souls 3, and now we're going to do the all bosses tier list of that game. We did 1 and 2 already, and yeah, Dark Souls 3 was pretty good. Is it better than 2? I'd say so. So yeah, unfortunately though, I have not done any of the DLC yet. So those guys will be in Didn't Beat. And there is one boss on here that I haven't beat that's in the base game. We'll get to him later though. So yeah, let's get straight into it. The Abyss Watchers. This is like, what would be the first like lord you need to beat and put his thing on the throne. Yeah, these guys, I don't know, something about him, I struggled a bit, I don't know, it's just one of those things. Overall, I actually didn't really like this fight that much. I just thought it was kind of boring. But where does he go on the tier list? I'm thinking around this area. I think it's C. Like, yeah, I'm gonna have to go C. It's I don't know, something about it. But that's okay. That's okay. Because this boss right here, Aldrich, is another lord that you beat. He going straight to F. Straight to F. First off, he's a magic user, okay? Hate magic. But that sometimes, like, doesn't always matter for some bosses. My main reason though is that this guy is in Ornstein and Smoke's arena, which is in Anor Londo, which you actually go to in Dark Souls 3, and I think that was amazing. I was so like surprised and thrilled to be there again. But this boss is garbage. It's garbage. Like I said, I don't like magic, which sometimes doesn't matter for some bosses. But this boss, I didn't like it. And I know he's got like the Gwendolyn mask and like the same music. Okay, that's cool. But I don't like that he's in that arena because it's such a legendary place. And you know what I would have liked? Maybe like a dark version of Ornstein Smoke. Like, it's like they're all purpley and like withered and like, I don't know, and the music's like more, and the music's the same, but it's more like darker and just evil sounding. I thought that would be cool. You know, you might consider it just a fan service reskin, but I think it'd be really cool. But unfortunately, it's just this. So yeah, off to a not so good start, but let's keep going. Ancient Wyvern. This is a boss that works a little bit differently. Now, normally what you do is you see a boss, you start hitting it. Well, that ain't gonna work this time, because you're not gonna do much damage. What you have to do is go through like you go past them, go through the level, go through the enemies, and you gotta reach this like high point and then slash your sword, whatever you use, into his head, and that's how you kill him. I like this idea. You know, I think it definitely works for a dragon like this, that's so big and stuff. I would have liked the fight to be longer. You know, going through the area is not that long, and he dies in one hit. So I would have liked maybe you hit him and then like he flies around and maybe takes you to a different area and you gotta work your way through another one. I thought that'd be really cool. But yeah, I put it in B. I think it's a cool idea. I think it works for the area. So yeah. Udex Gundyr. This is the tutorial boss, aka the first boss that you do. And I think it's a really cool and great start. I think Asylum Demon is more iconic, but this I think is a really nice tutorial boss. And I think it does the job well. I'm gonna go A tier. It's pretty good. I got no idea what this is. It might be DLC, I don't know. Crystal Sage. Crystal Sage is garbage. It's just lame. Like, this is just big fat magic dude. And it wasn't hard, it was extremely easy, and then like eventually it brings up like 2 other ones that look identical to him. But you gotta get the right one, and it's not hard, it's lame. Moving on. Cursed Water Great Wood is like, it was the 3rd boss for me that I fought. I think that's for a lot of people as well. It's this big tree, and in order to do damage to him, you have to like hit these like weird like white egg things at like the base of him, and that's how you damage him. You can be on his legs and arms as well. To be honest with you, excuse me, I like this boss better than these 2. I think it's more interesting, and it's easy, extremely easy and stupid, but you know, it's not the worst. So there you have it. Dancer of the Boreal Valley. I believe you gotta go. I forget. I think this is after Anno Londo, maybe. You gotta like talk to the guy that's sitting in the chair. And he's dying, I think. And this guy comes from the roof or something. And I think so. I might be mixing up with another boss, but yeah, this boss is cool. The way he like slowly walks and how loud his footsteps are, it's a nice touch. And he doesn't really like attack you at first. And yeah, it's a pretty good fight. It's an A and B. It's not S, but it's an A and B. I'll go A. It's pretty good. Dark Eater Midir, or Midir, however you say it, did not fight. I think he's DLC or something. Deacons of the Deep. Yeah, this boss is interesting. It's one of those ones where there's just a bunch of weak enemies, and you gotta find the right one to beat the boss. Sort of similar to a Royal Rat Vanguard, if you remember that from Dark Souls 2. But honestly, like compared to like that one and like some other ones that work similar to this is one of the better ones. Now, is it good? No, it's not. It's boring, it's easy, it's lame. But it is more interesting than other like bosses that have that same type. So yeah. I have just realized that we are missing. Oh, never mind. No. Okay, never mind. Demon Prince did not fight. Dragon Slayer armor. Honestly, this fight's it's pretty good. Like, it's really cool. Yeah, he's really cool looking. He has great attacks. I think this is a S. It's a low S. Obviously, there are gonna be better ones, but this boss is cool. I like it a lot. It reminds me of Havel in a way. And I really like that thing that's next to him, that weird like thing that it looks like Bed of Chaos kinda. That's around him. Yeah, it's just one of those fights where like, you know, it's when you're going into like a big area that's like important to the story and there's something in your way, like this guy. Yeah, it's just cool. Half-Light, got no idea. Champion Gundyr. You go to like this alternate version or of Firelink Shrine. It might be like the past or something, I'm not sure. But yeah, the Unix Gundyr you fight is like a weakened version of Champion Gundyr. Because in the second phase of Unix, he gets like this freaking black gulchy monster out of him. And with Champion, he just like, he's in his prime days. And I think this is an S tier fight. It's a little challenging, you know, definitely harder than Unix Gundyr. And for good reasons. Got nothing but good things. It was just really fun to fight. Lothric and Lorien. This is like the last lord you fight until the last boss, I believe. And you start off with Lothric, or there's one of them, the one with the sword, and they're brothers, and eventually the other one comes down and rides on his back, and he's like using magic. The first phase of this fight is great. Second phase, not so great. First of all, the magic, it's bullshit. I hate magic. And this boss took me longer than expected. But it's a good fight. It's really good. But sometimes that's the second phase. There's just something about it, you know? But it's gonna go A, high A. Really good. The Nameless King. This is the boss that I did not beat. I've been fighting him, and to be honest with you, I don't know if I will. Because I don't care. It was after I'm fighting him after I beat the game, and even then I still can't do it. Maybe one day, but not today. That first phase is really boring. I don't like it. I have been doing better though with this first phase mostly, and I'm not able to do his attacks in the second phase that well. Like dodging and his attacks are a little delayed and slower, so you gotta like make sure you get it right. But maybe one day, man. But right now, I don't care. Oceros. Or, yeah, whatever. this boss is interesting. It's this big dog-looking thing. I've noticed it has like similar like body design to the gargoyles, mainly like the Elden Ring looking ones, and there's some like other gargoyles around the profane capital. I think had some. Yeah, he looks similar to that. I like his voice and his lore. I don't know much about his lore, but from what I've gathered, from him talking, he's wanting someone to come back. He's looking for someone. The Ocelot, I think it was, he called him. And he talks during the fight. And I think that's a really cool idea. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a B. The second phase was a little he's one of those bosses where he's like going crazy and has unpredictable like fast movements, which I usually don't like. But I think his voice is what he's here for, and his look is pretty good. Old Demon King. I fought him after I beat the game, because I didn't know about this area. You gotta break the bridge in that one skeleton place, and you fall down. Well, you don't fall down, you climb down the bridge. And yeah, it's obviously inspired by Asylum Demon and all them. Yeah, I mean, not the most interesting fight. He looks cool. I think we've seen like his design for or this one specifically as a normal enemy in like different areas. And yeah, I'll give it a C. Like, it's not like, it's just a fight you move on from, you know, you don't really look into it that much. But he's pretty cool. Pontiff Sullivan. This was a hard fight for me. At first I couldn't get past this first phase, then I eventually did. And he has this interesting and cool mechanic where he makes like this purpley see-through duplicate of himself that imitates his moves before him. So his clone will make the move and do it, and then he will do the move that he did. So you can kind of like plan out, you know, what to do. And I thought that was a really cool idea. I sort of like couldn't see what the duplicate was doing because he was behind him, and it kind of caught me off guard. But I really like his look though, the fiery and the purpley sword. It all works well. And yeah, it's a very cool fight. Sister Freed, Heard It's Hard, DLC, did not fight. Slave Knight Gale, heard this is like one of the best, if not the best boss in all the series. But didn't fight, unfortunately. We'll get to him. Soul of Cinder. This is the last fight in the Dark Souls 3 base game, and it's good. It's amazing. I have nothing but good things to say. The build up to him was very intense. The music is one of the best, and him being connected to Gwen, and I think like I don't really know how it worked. Like all the other like not souls and Lord of Cinders like into like one being or something like that. But yeah, in the second phase, he has like a lot of the same movesets as Gwen, and the same music is actually playing. And man, it's going. It really is. Probably my second favorite fight in all of like Dark Souls. And Sif's still my number one. But yeah. Although I will say, I was really surprised when I beat him on my second try. And not to say that he's not hard, he obviously is a hard fight. I mean, it has to be. He's the last boss. But I don't know, I think I just played it really well. My mind was just very focused. Like, I dodged well. I knew when to not attack him, when to. And yeah, it's great. Vort of the Boreal Valley. This is the second fight you do, and it's iconic for one particular reason: the music. Especially, mainly talking about his second phase, where it simmers down and he starts going crazy, and the music starts going crazy too. If you know what I'm talking about, look it up. But yeah, this is a really cool second fight. And yeah, that music will forever be one of the most iconic. It's just great. High Lord Wolnir. This is a weird boss. First off, he looks really cool, and I think it's a great idea to have this big of a skeleton in. The way it works is he is wearing these like gold bracelets, and you gotta break those in order to damage him. And it took me a few tries to beat him, because here's the weird thing. He has purpley mist around him, and if you go too far, they do a lot of damage and hurt you, and he keeps moving, so you gotta make sure to stay away from that. He also summons skeletons. Okay, makes sense. But he also summons these other dudes that are really annoying. And if you know the ones I'm talking about, then yeah, I hated them. But on the try that I did beat him on, he didn't do any of those moves. Like, there's no skeletons. He just sort of like moved around a bit, moved forward. I don't know, maybe it was where I was standing that, I don't know, but, yeah, he looks really cool. I don't know, I was surprised when I got the last bracelet. I thought I remembered seeing, like, you had to hit, like, the crown of him or something, but nope, you just get the last bracelet and that's it. I thought breaking his crown would have been a really cool idea, but I like him. He's not bad. Yorm the Giant. So this is another lord, and it's a giant. And if you don't remember, the giants were in Dark Souls 2. Yeah, this fight, one thing I didn't like about this fight is it's a fight that you need a different weapon for. Next to a throne is this great sword. I forget what it's called, but you got excuse me. You gotta use its special attack in order to damage him. And I think the giant like boss fights, they're usually iffy. Like the last giant Dark Souls 2 was okay. Well, what was the other one called? The Lord Giant or something? That one was like, whatever. And again, it's like they're cool. They have cool designs, but they're just not very interesting to fight. So yeah, we'll go see. And yeah, that's it. There you have it. Dark Souls 3 is done. We got some DLC to do, and this dude. We'll get to them one day. But yeah, not that many bad ones, to be honest. A few, like a couple here and there. Some okay ones, and some really cool ones. It was pretty tight between S and A. And B and C, I just realized. But yeah, these games have been great. I'm really glad I'm picking up on them. I wish I would have done it years ago, but yeah, I think next is probably Bloodborne, maybe. And then there's Demon Souls and Sekiro. I don't know. I've really had my eye on Sekiro because it works differently than any of the other games. It's not like your typical Souls like roll dodge stuff. It's more about like parrying with your sword and like timing it perfectly with the blocks and the attacks, and it's really interesting looking. And I've heard it's pretty challenging, but I am willing to give it a shot. And I honestly might do that one next, mainly because I might need a different change of pace. Because all the Souls games and like Souls like games, they all have like the same like pacing and like sort of fighting style, But Sekiro is completely different, and that might be better for me right now. But yeah, if I do, like I said in Dark Souls 2, if I do beat these bosses, I will do updates on them. So and we'll put them on the tier list. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit the subscribe button, like, comment, all that great stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.